Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, the internet's favorite loser, signing back on once again to bring you guys another video. I'm back here to bring you guys another top 10 ranking video. Today I'm going to be ranking my personal favorite legendaries in Borderlands 2. This is only weapons. So shields and grenade mods and such will come down the line. But this will be my top 10 favorite legendary weapons of Borderlands 2. Now right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and get 10 and 9 out of the way. And you'll see why, and I'll explain why I put them so low on this list. Anyway, let's get right into it. So the Norfleet is number 10 because we all know how good the Norfleet is. You know, the Norfleet's one of the most powerful launchers in this game, in any of the Borderlands games. The ability for it to splash through walls and like hit targets that you don't even see, it makes it one of the best, you know, if you're in fight for your life weapons ever. But I feel like it's a bit overrated, and putting it higher than this would kind of just, for me, be a cap out or a cash out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to put it at number 2 or number 1. So that's why it's all the way down here at number 10, because I couldn't deny how good it was, but at the same time I don't want to put it any higher than 10 because of how, like, everybody already rates it like one of the best weapons ever, right? Because it's basically a Topnia but with less shots and shoots 3 at a time, right? So you're gonna do a lot of damage. But I still prefer the Topnia, really, because of the fire rate, the free ammo every other shot because it's a Vladof launcher, and basically I think I think the Topnia personally out DPS's the Norfleet anyway, because of how much you can fire. And basically if you get like a 10 round or boosted up to 11 round clip, you're actually getting 22 shots out of a Topnia, because every other shot is free because it's a Vladof launcher. And you can just get insane fire rate and an insane amount of rockets going out. So I think it actually I think the Topnia outclasses the Norfleet in my personal opinion. So yeah, that's why it's down here at number 10. And for this very same reason, the Norfleet was number 10, the Unkempt Herald is number 9. Because everybody already knows it's one of the best weapons in the game. You can you can put it on any character and it works well. It doesn't take a lot of setup to make it overpowered. It's pretty much already overpowered as it is, but if you slap a sheriff's badge or an explosive relic, you know, and some fire rate class mods, you know, and just boost that fire rate up. But the thing is, you know, it's a classic with Salvador. You pair it with a grog nozzle so you can never die. And everybody knows how good the Unkempt Herald is. It's a melt machine. It destroys everything in the game. There's nothing that really can stand up to it. And like I said, I don't want to put it at number 1, which is technically where I probably would have set it, because it's a cop-out. It doesn't, you know, it already gets enough love in the community. So it's down here at number 9. And at number 8 we have the Bitch. It's a very, very powerful SMG in this game, especially with the fact that it gets a crit bonus and it's a Hyperion, which means the longer you fire it, the more it becomes a laser. And if you pair it with somebody like Maya or Zero, then it's a complete melt machine. Now, in all the gameplay, I try to show the weapons off with little to no slag and no B shields. I try to just show the weapon in its base form so people can get an idea of how strong this weapon actually is. But as long as you're landing crits with the Bitch, it does an insane amount of DPS, especially for like normal mode to TVHM. And like I said, this is all TV or UVHM. So It's a great, great SMG. That's why I placed it at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is the Infinity. It's a classic gun, and when everybody heard this gun, about this gun, everybody wanted to get an Infinity, man. And this was back in the day when Doc Mercy was the only lootable source that you could get the Infinity from, basically. And he was bugged, where he wouldn't drop the son of a bitch. So, eventually they fixed that and made it, they fixed it so people can get the Infinity. Now, a lot of people will say the Infinity is pretty weak, but if you build for it with someone like Zero, Salvador, and even Maya with a Blurred Trickster, like a Blurred Trickster build, this gun, and it's like you pair a Sheriff's Badge with the Blurred Trickster's fire rate. Like if you set up for fire rate, this gun is pretty insane. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it's going to get you through the OP levels, maybe the first few. On OP10, it starts to fall off, and it's not gonna be your best for bossing. But just going through like a playthrough, like replaying through the campaign or whatever, this gun, as long as you build for it, is pretty damn good, and that's why it's my number 7. Coming in at number 6 is the Pitchfork. It's an incredibly powerful sniper rifle, especially in the hands of Maya and Zero. The only issue is it runs out of ammo very, very, very quickly. So the DPS you can do with it is quite high, especially if you're accurate. But you really don't get to use it that much because the ammo disappears on you. But, as I said, with Salvador, you can regen your ammo and even boost your ammo count. So, pretty high. And there's relics in the game that can also boost your sniper rifle ammo capacity. So, if you build for it, especially if you throw a B shield on it, it's going to be insane damage. And that's why it's my number 6. Coming in at number 5 is the classic Baby Maker. This gun is awesome. It's a TDR gun that when you throw it, it splits off into a couple of child grenades. You pair this with somebody like Axton, who's all about that grenade damage, and all about, you make a TDR Axton grenade chucking build, put your big boom blaster on and just spam grenades. Everything's gonna die around you. So yeah, this gun is amazingly strong, and if anything is slagged, it's going to destroy whatever is in your face. So, and it comes in all the elements. So, like if you're fighting robots, you can throw corrosive on. If you're fighting flesh targets, you can throw fire on. So, if something's got a beefy shield, throw the electric version of it on and just chuck them. Shoot one bullet, because the way TDR works is the more ammo in the magazine, the more damage the initial explosion is going to do. But the real effect from this gun is the child grenades that it spawns at the enemy's feet, basically. And it absolutely wrecks shop. But the only thing is you can put yourself down with it quite easily if you're not paying attention to where you're throwing them. And I am not all that good at paying attention, so I put myself down on the reg when I play Grenade Axton. Whether that be with the bonus package, the longbow instant fuse bonus package that I might throw at my feet by accident to try to suicide a couple enemies. But grenade action's always a blast to play, if you get what I mean. Always a blast to play, especially when you're killing yourself. Anyway, this is why the Baby Maker is my number 5. Coming in at number 4 is the Slaga. Now the reason it's quite high on my list is just because of how useful and how great it is when you pair it with a gun build, blood explosion, grenade, like just destruction Krieg build. When you pair this gun with Krieg and you slag everything and you get that insane weapon swap speed, and you're just switching back and forth between interfacers and peak openers and whatever, unkept heralds, flacker, whatever may have you that you are destroying everybody with. The Slaga is really, really good with Krieg, and even with Salvador. It's just a really good gun. It's a really strong slagging weapon. It's if you want something slagged, basically, it's either this or the Grog. And with this thing's fire rate, especially on Krieg, it's absolutely amazing. Like I said, slag is very important in late game, so having a Grog and or a Slaga is very important, which is why. And I absolutely love the aesthetic of this weapon. It looks so good. And especially, like I said, in Krieg, on Krieg, it's very important, very necessary, just so you can just slag everything up and keep swapping weapons and destroying everybody. And that's why the Slaga is my number 4. Coming in at number 3 are the Bada Booms. Now, not only are they a really, really powerful launcher because they're bandit, but mainly what everybody uses the Bada Booms for is movement. Especially on Salvador, you get the double rocket jumping, you get a sham, you get the Bada Booms, and you're just flying around maps, finding new ways to skip areas, skip over entire enemy patches. It's a must-have for anybody that's looking to skip and find ways to break the game, and just in general movement. I really struggled to go back to not having the ability to move in Borderlands. Like the fact that Salvador has double your fun plus is able to hold 2 Bada Booms. It's just insane how high and how fast and how far you can launch yourself. So the Bada Booms for me are in my top 3 because they're absolutely necessary for me on every character. That way I can move and jump over obstacles with ease, especially with somebody like Salvador and Zero. Zero can set up for double shot and just get insane height with the Grog Nozzle Drunk effect. But yeah, Bada Booms are a must-have for me. Low-level Bada Booms are a must-have for me, and that's why they're my number 3. Coming in at my number 2 is the Lyuda. Everybody knows the Lyuda. Everybody knows the farm up there at the church. Mobley and Gettle getting 75 Varuks and maybe 1 Lyuda in 12 hours and 12 days. No, I only kid. But the Lyuda holds a very special place in my heart because it's such a strong weapon that pretty much everybody goes for. Because it's a wonderful weapon to have in your back pocket. It's very nice to be able to pull that out and just destroy people. You throw a B shield on there because of its side pellets, and if a target's big like the bunker or the warrior, you're gonna shred that thing down. So the Lyuda, the fully automatic sniper rifle, especially with Salvador, you throw 2 in his hand and you just regen ammo constantly with a Hoarder class mod, and you just go off. But yeah, I mean, everybody knows this weapon. It's a mainstay, it's a staple, but it's such a really powerful weapon to have in your back pocket. The only issue is as good as it goes with Maya and Zero. The only issue is it runs out of ammo almost as fast as the pitchfork. That's the only issue that I have with it. But it's such a beautiful, awesome weapon that it's hard to ignore how good it is. And that is why the Lyuda is my number 2. Coming in at my number 1 spot is the conference call. Because if you guys have been playing this game since launch, like I have, you have seen many weapons come and go, many patches, nerfs. This gun at its peak was untouchable. All because of the pellets, the multiple pellets that it shoots out that are not listed on the card, and how it interacted with the B shield. There was nothing in this game that could stand up to its force, its overwhelming power. You throw a B shield on, you watch everything in the vicinity, in your nearest vicinity, die. And anything that didn't die would be cowering in fear, awaiting death. And death would soon come, because the conference call would soon be calling. And it's a call that could not be missed. Ladies and gentlemen, this gun is such an iconic weapon of this game that even after its many nerfs, people still found a way to make it really strong and to keep it in the meta somewhat, at least. The interfacer may have overtaken it for the most part, but the conference call is still used for many different tactics to this day, and that is why it is my number 1 personal favorite legendary in this game. I remember seeing gameplay of this gun from back in the day, and man, how bad I wanted it. How many endless nights I would farm the warrior to try to get a perfect weapon, a perfect conference call like everybody else had, and to try to get all the elements, because I needed them. I needed to collect them. I needed to have them to collect the perfect conference call. I stayed up multiple nights, multiple school nights, just to get this weapon to drop, and I will never forget it. To Borderlands 2, thank you. To everybody that's watching, thank you. I love you all. Please, in the comments below, let me know what your top 10 legendary weapons are in this game. For an honorable mention, I'll throw in the Hornet, because getting it a level 0 Hornet from Knuckle Dragger, a good luck Hornet, is always great. And plus, it's just a very powerful weapon. The only reason the Hornet didn't make it onto my list is because, well, there's not much reason other than I just wanted to showcase these weapons, because I feel like a lot of these weapons don't get a lot of love from the community. But all of you watching, please let me know what your top 10 weapons from this game, top 10 legendary weapons from this game are, and let me know some memories that you have from this game, man. Because I've been playing it since launch. I've been playing Borderlands 1 since launch with my brother, with my best friends, and man, the memories I've created will never fade. And like I said, just seeing some of these weapons ignite a passion, a fire, like seeing the conference call again is still awesome. Because like I said, I remember when I first got my very first conference call from the warrior, before any DLC was out, before you could farm the handsome sorcerer, you know what I mean? So like the warrior, those many nights just seeing the warrior, seeing him fall, because it took 10 plus minutes back in that day, because I didn't have the best gear and I didn't have the best weaponry and I didn't really know how to play the game all that well, but I was just enjoying my time. But yeah, please let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know what you guys think about my list, and please feel free to tell me your list down in the comments below. Anyway, it's been the internet's favorite loser signing off. Till next time, my friends. Goodbye and good night. Thank you for watching. got a gentleman's storm from a loot chest, man.